So since the generator turned off, did you have to put the inverter on?
Yeah, I had it on anyway.
Oh.
I just had to repower up the encoder.
Cool. Oh, cool.
Well, they keep taking it into the shop. And it's like, just get a new generator. Not my job anymore.
Yep.
That's the best, but like hardest adjustment to make. I don't have to care anymore.
You don't have to what?
I don't have to care as much about like this crappy things.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey, what's up? I'm sorry, what?
Miscommunication and like
Connected yet. He pulled it out his phone. He hangs up on me one more time.
Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mic check.
Stop
1, 2, 3,
hanging up
4.
on me, Topher.
Stop hanging up on Zach. Stop hanging up on Zach. Don't tell me what to do. Now I'm communicating for 2 people. 3. See that security guard right there?
Who do you look like?
It's Kenny's cousin. You're saying that too? Yes. Literally, like the way they walk, the way they smile. It's great.
What do you think?
Chad got on. He's like, that's not even funny.
This is Channel 2 News, coverage you can count on.
Thunderstorms are starting to move into the region tonight. How long the unsettled weather will last? Storm Watch tops Channel 2 News at 6:30. Good evening, I'm Jennifer Burton. Thanks for joining us tonight. Most of the thunderstorm activity has been in southern Nevada today, and now it looks like the thunderstorms are starting to develop across northern Nevada. Chloe Beardsley joins us now live with a look at the conditions outside. Chloe?
That's right, Jen. And if you actually look right here on our pinpoint radar, it's like we're almost completely surrounded by all the storm activity, but not much has actually happened directly in the city right now. We're going to zoom around a little bit and check this out. You can see we did have a severe thunderstorm warning issued earlier tonight near Portola, and you can see a very strong cell right there. Multiple lightning strikes just above Portola this evening. Also starting to get some moisture around the Lovelock area. And as we zoom a little bit farther out, can you believe this? more than 1,300 lightning strikes have been reported so far. Most of that storm activity has been, as you mentioned, in southern Nevada and the Sierra for today. Now, we'll likely see some lightning strikes or thunderstorms continue in our area as well. Right now, you can see overcast skies for the Reno area. Also, mostly cloudy conditions around Lake Tahoe right now. Winds have picked up quite a bit just out of the northwest, and if we do see those thunderstorms develop, certainly expect those gusty outflow winds, which in some cases can exceed 40 and 50 miles an hour in some areas. Temperatures right now are in the 90s in Reno, still pretty toasty outside with 70s right around the South Lake Tahoe area. Elsewhere, we're keeping temperatures mostly in the 80s and 90s all around the region, and it looks like we'll see a repeat of seeing those thunderstorms develop for tomorrow as well. I'll have all the details coming up on Channel 2.
Thank you, Chloe. In Crime Beat, police confirmed they found 2 pipe bombs last night inside a North Reno home. Reno police, SWAT, REMSA, and the bomb squad spent hours at this home on the 2000 block of Harding Way yesterday evening. Police say around 3 o'clock yesterday, a bail bondsman with prior military experience went to the home to revoke a bond. Inside, he saw what he believed to be an improvised explosive device, and he called police. Police say the suspect in question does have an extensive criminal history, so they approached the situation with extreme caution. Investigators found 2 pipe bombs near the front door of the home. They have cleared the residence of explosives, and they took them away and detonated them safely. It's still not clear whether the owner of the home is the suspect in question.
The residence was not occupied at the time. We had our SWAT team out here. They thoroughly went through the residence and did not locate anyone, and doesn't believe that anybody had been in the residence for some time.
Police say no arrests have been made in the case, and they're not looking for any outstanding suspects. Nearby streets and several homes were evacuated for several hours while crews investigated. Of course, we'll be sure to bring you any information as the story develops. The Nevada Department of Transportation announced today they've completed a project to replace the concrete barrier rail on US 395 near Audi Boulevard in Reno. Inside lanes of that stretch of highway have reopened, as well as the North McCarran Boulevard on-ramp to southbound I-580. The rail was damaged after being struck by a car back in May. NDOT's southbound I-580 reconstruction project is still ongoing, and NDOT would like to remind drivers to travel safely and allow a little extra time while traveling through the construction zones. President Barack Obama is planning a trip to the Silver State soon to talk about clean energy. Senate Minority Leader Harry Reid announced that the president is scheduled to deliver remarks at the National Clean Energy Summit on August 24th in Las Vegas. Obama is expected to speak with business leaders, students, and advocates about securing greater energy independence and creating jobs through renewable energy initiatives. Speaking of politicians, if you've ever collected a button or a bumper sticker from your favorite candidate, you'll love this. For one day a year, today, Reno hosts a huge political memorabilia convention. It's a place for folks to show off their pins, cards, and even posters, some decades old. People have been coming to Reno since 2004 for this memorabilia convention.
This convention is all about celebrating American history, whether it's buttons or pins or posters or ribbons or photographs or automobile attachments. It's an explosion of political Americana.
With items dating back to our very first president, each piece of memorabilia is a true piece of history.
When you hold on to a button or when you hold on to a campaign poster, you're connecting with history.
Organizers tell us they're already excited to start planning next year's event. The Las Vegas Sun reports that Nevada is in final negotiations to allow NASA to test unmanned aerial vehicles in Nevada airspace. Officials in the Governor's Office of Economic Development say a contract should be settled on within the next 2 months. Under the contract, NASA can use a test site for drone-related projects, such as developing an air traffic management system and conducting a demo flight. The state has not yet figured out where that testing location would be. Officials say the agreement could mean a big boost for the state's technology industry. Speaking of drones, one created quite a scare for 154 passengers on a commercial jet traveling to JFK Airport in New York. Chris Van Cleve has that story.
Yeah, about a mile back there was a drone flying just on the southwest side of this abandoned airport here.
The pilots of a Delta Airlines MD-88 with 154 passengers spotted a drone while on approach to land at New York's John F. Kennedy Airport around 5 Friday evening.
What altitude would you say that was? I would say probably about 100 feet below us, just off our right wing.
The FAA says Delta Flight 407 from Orlando did not have to take evasive maneuvers and landed without incident, but air traffic controllers warned other flights to watch out.
JetBlue 953, use caution, previous arrival. The one that's ahead of you reported the drone at the Floyd Bennett Field over there, so you might see that up there.
Yeah, we're on the RT, so we're probably considerably higher than he was, so we're watching out for it, JetBlue 958.
In May, a regional jet flying from Washington, D.C. to New York's LaGuardia Airport had to abruptly climb 200 feet to avoid a drone flying at 2,700 feet over Brooklyn. The plane landed safely.
Chris Van Cleve, Channel 2 News.
A wing flap that could belong to the missing Malaysia Airlines flight has arrived at a French military base for further analysis. The plane disappeared last year. The families of the missing are still waiting and hoping to know what happened. Jonathan Vigliotti has the latest.
The fractured piece of wing arrived at a French military facility near Toulouse under police security. On Wednesday, experts will analyze the wreckage for signs of where it came from and what caused it to break off.
MH370 was a Boeing 777. As I understand it, it's the only 777 unaccounted for, so it would seem most likely that this is part of that plane.
Malaysian officials preemptively sent crews to Reunion Island. They will join a growing search effort launched by locals to find other debris.
Do you think the piece belongs to the plane?
Perhaps, we don't know. We don't know, we suppose.
The wing flap was found here on the east coast of the island, an area known for its rough surf and for all of the garbage the current brings in. I spoke with one man who found these items here on the beach, what looks like a plastic magazine rack and a singed and shredded flotation device.
It's unclear if the ocean is delivering clues or just trash. The beach remains open to the public for the time being. A memorial was held Saturday afternoon on the island at a church a few blocks away from where the wreckage was discovered. 239 candles lit for each passenger who disappeared 17 months ago. Jonathan Vigliotti, CBS News, Reunion Island.
We're seeing some thunderstorms develop all across the region for tonight. I'll have the latest weather updates coming up on Channel 2.
The month of July has come and gone, which means Art 2 has also passed. I'm Ryan Canada, and coming up next, we'll have a preview of our town's final performance.
Today marks the 32nd day of Art Town, meaning the popular Reno Festival is coming to an end. And tonight, folks can check out the 20th anniversary closing night extravaganza. It's at Wingfield Park. Ryan Kennedy joins us there live now with a preview. Ryan?
Well, Jen, we're getting really close to start time. The show is set to begin at 7 o'clock. And of all the Art Town events I've seen, this is the biggest crowd that I've seen yet. Now, although tonight might be the end of Art Town, organizers tell me that the final event is one big celebration.
It's a party to say thank you to everybody for coming out for 32 days. And it's also a way to say this is really who we are as a community. We gather in these great parks and get together and celebrate socially and experience art.
McMillan says Art Town has grown a great deal in 20 years, and the 20th anniversary was a huge success. She says events were held in more neighborhoods and more entertainers performed each night. That will hold true again tonight when Black Violin and the Michael Casehammer Sextet perform in Art Town's closing act. But even with Art Town's success, organizers say there is always room for improvement. McMillan says by the end of August, Art Town planning will begin for next year. But even with the wait for next July, she believes the art and culture will continue to flourish in Reno.
90% of the people that perform in Art Town actually live here, and it's our own arts industry. And I would hope that all our community would still gather for the other 11 months of the year, going to see the work that these people are doing throughout the year.
And if you're looking to come to tonight's event, you better come soon because, as I said, it's getting crowded out here. And organizers also say they're very thankful for everyone who comes out to support Art Town. Covering the story live at Wingfield Park, Ryan Canada, Channel 2 News.
Looks like a good crowd out there. Turning now to our community. Today, folks all around the area got to go out to the Nevada Fair. That's held in Carson City. It's a day of food, fun, and of course, music. Organizers believe this Nevada Fair also helps our community.
It does fill a void here in northern Nevada that has been non-existent since the Nevada State Fair closed, is that it provides the opportunity for the 4-H and future farmers of America to show their animals. It gives the opportunity for other people to come out and fill that void that we lost.
Say the fair was born out of last year's sesquicentennial celebration, and they say they plan to keep it alive for years to come. A big day for Scrabble enthusiasts. Many are here in town for the National Championship event. The Scrabble Championship has been going on for the past 20 years, so this is the tournament's second time here in Reno.
We've come to Reno because it's got a lot to offer tourists. We have players who like to come here with their families, and families like to do tourism things, either go to the casinos, go to Lake Tahoe. It's also, we like to move our event around from region to region, and it's one of our favorite places in the U.S. Northwest.
Nice to hear. 340 players from all around the U.S. have traveled to Reno to compete for a grand prize of $10,000 and, of course, bragging rights for the year. The tournament wraps up this coming Wednesday.
We're tracking the thunderstorms all around the region for tonight. We'll have the latest updates coming up next on Channel 2 News.
You're watching Channel 2 News at 6:30 with Jennifer Burton, sports with Dallas Kolodny, and Chloe Beardsley's Pinpoint 2 forecast. Thanks. Channel 2 News continues with Chloe Beardsley's Pinpoint 2 forecast.
Good evening and welcome back. Well, it appears that the severe thunderstorm warning near Plumas County has expired for tonight, but you can see a very strong storm activity just to the north of us and also to the south. We're seeing quite a bit of storm activity. You can see right here, we'll zoom in, more than 1,300 lightning strikes have been reported. Just take a look at this. Really a mess of a storm. You can see very severe storm activity. Now it looks like some of this storm activity is starting to move up into the northern portion of the state, and we'll certainly keep you updated on those conditions. Here's a look at our time warp just taken over the past hour and a half, and you can really see the increasing cloud cover in Reno this evening. And as we take a look outside right now, still pretty cloudy with temperatures still very hot outside. 92 degrees is our current temperature just after 6:30 with south winds up to 14 miles an hour. We topped out at 98 degrees earlier today, which is well above our average temperature. But over the next few days, we're going to see significantly cooler weather, at least compared to what we're used to, and temperatures will be below average for the next few days. As far as conditions for tonight, expect mostly cloudy skies to continue with that increasing cloud cover for the Lake Tahoe area. Also look out for a chance of thunderstorms potentially developing with gusty winds expected from those outflow winds from those thunderstorms. 68 degrees looks like will be your overnight low temperature for the Reno and Sparks areas. So temperature-wise, it will be pretty pleasant, but expect isolated to scattered thunderstorms potentially developing around the region as well over the next few hours. It is still pretty warm outside. Now, as we take a look at our satellite map, we have low pressure just off the coast that continues to move inland, and as it does so, it's really going to help allow those thunderstorms to develop. And here's a look at the satellite just earlier this afternoon over the last few hours, and you can see most of the moisture in southern Nevada and along the Sierra. And as we roll into tomorrow, we'll also see a chance of those thunderstorms developing again in the northern portion of the state across northern Nevada. So just be aware of that. Good chance of seeing those thunderstorms again develop by the afternoon. Conditions for tomorrow, we're looking at temperatures mostly in the 70s and 80s for your mountain highs, 80s to low 90s for your temperatures in the valley. And as we move a little bit farther up north, we're going to see temperatures lingering in the 80s and 90s all across the region for tomorrow afternoon. Highs around Lake Tahoe will mostly be in the low 80s by tomorrow afternoon. Also look out for those potential thunderstorms, especially in the mountains tomorrow. Temperatures will be below average in the valley. 80s to low 90s is what we're projecting for the day. And I'll get out of the way so you can actually take a look at some of those neighborhood temperatures, just kind of depending on where you live. Lows will drop into the 50s and 60s. Highs will be mostly in the 80s and 90s for your afternoon. Cloudy skies are going to continue for the Lake Tahoe area. We're also going to wake up to a nice blanket of clouds for the Reno and Sparks area for your Sunday. Look out for a chance of thunderstorms and scattered showers in the afternoon. And here are the odds. So it looks like decreasing chances for those thunderstorms to develop as we get closer to the beginning of the work week. And it looks like things will start to finally relax a little bit, I guess you can say, by the middle of the work week. Temperatures just dipping slightly into the upper 80s. For the most part, we're going to see those temperatures continue below average for the next 7 days, and it looks like another slight chance of thunderstorms by next Saturday is also possible.
Nice not to have that 100 degrees, isn't it?
Yes, we got rid of those.
Yeah, thanks, Chloe. Well, today the government's annual food drive, Feds Feed Families, was taking donations at the Curry Street Farmers Market. Today's drive was a bit different from your typical canned food drive, though. Visitors tossed money into a pond to try to win prizes donated by local farmers. That money is then used to buy more local fresh food from the farmers at the market, which they say is important for families.
They have that nutrient-dense food that children get during their school, through their school meals during the school year. But during the summer, we don't have as many summer meals programs.
All of the food collected is going to the Ron Wood Food Pantry. So next week, families in need will get fresh local food. If you missed them today, you can catch them at the Curry Street Farmers Market in Carson City next Saturday, or you can drop off donations at the Ron Wood Pantry on Wednesdays from 1 to 4:30 p.m. or any other weekday from 8:30 to 4 p.m. The Friends in Service Helping or FISH Pantry is also accepting donations Monday through Friday between 9 and noon and 1 to 5 p.m. Coming up, we'll introduce you to these 13-day-old lion cubs. They're just learning to navigate their world. That story next. But first, sports. In sports, former Nevada quarterback Cody Fajardo is getting his feet wet at Oakland Raiders camp. We'll hear from him next.
Thanks. Now, here's Dallas Kolodny with Channel 2 Sports.
NFL training camps have begun all over the nation this past week, including the Oakland Raiders, who have a familiar face vying for a roster spot, that being former Nevada Wolfpack quarterback Cody Fajardo, who signed with the Silver and Black as an undrafted free agent over the spring. Right now, Fajardo is the fourth quarterback on the depth chart behind starter and former Fresno State rival Derek Carr and backups Christian Ponder and Matt McGloin. He hopes to earn at least the third quarterback spot or practice squad spot as he continues to learn. Fajardo says he's loving every minute of it.
Yeah, you know, the best part is football 24/7. There's no school you got to worry about. So just come out here, learn the playbook, and learn from some great quarterbacks. You know, with Derek Carr, Christian Ponder, and Matt McGloin, they're teaching me the ways, and it's pretty awesome.
Now, we will have much more on Cody Fajardo at the Oakland Raiders training camp coming up on Monday. Well, last night, the Reno Aces wrapped up an 11-game, 12-day homestand with Astros affiliate Fresno as the guys were looking for a series victory. Over 8,000 people packed in the Aces ballpark last night. Peter O'Brien, he was ready to rumble. Aces down 1-0 in the second. And this one sliced deep to right into the bullpen. They'll call that a home run. O'Brien's 20th of the year. It's a solo shot, so the game tied at 1. Aces starter Aaron Blair looked decent last night. It's 6 strikeouts, giving up 3 runs on 6 hits in 6 1/3 innings of work. The Aces would go on to eke out a 5-4 victory to wrap up that 11-game homestand. And now the Aces just began their 9-game road trip and are in the early stages of a game with Padres affiliate El Paso. And at last look, the Aces have taken a 3-run lead, 4-1 over the Chihuahuas behind a Danny Dorn double and a Matt Pagnazzi home run. I will have a final for you tonight at 11. Well, battle for Los Angeles with the Angels and the Dodgers, and that guy, Clayton Kershaw, did work in this one. 8 innings of shutout baseball where he only allowed 2 hits and struck out 7. Dodgers would have a 1-0 lead in the 6th. A runner on for Yasmani Grandal, and he knows it when it leaves the bat. 2-run shot to straightaway center, 3-0 Dodgers. But the Angels threatening in the top of the 9th. Go ahead, run at the plate. Henley Jansen gets Eric Ibar the pop out to end the game at Chavez Ravine, 3-1 Dodgers. Let's go to the AL East. The Rays visiting the Red Sox. Travis Shaw, have yourself a game. First career home run right here in the 3rd inning. That makes it 6-0 Red Sox. But wait, there's more. Sox only up 3 in the 8th now. And Shaw again says buh and bye to that one. 2-run blast. He goes 4 for 4. The Red Sox beat the Rays 11-7. Tight one in Canada between the Blue Jays and the Royals. Early on, though, not so much. Jose Bautista bombs a solo shot to left. That one lands in the bullpen, and it's 5-1 Toronto. But in the 8th, Royals close it within a run. Ben Zobrist wakes the neighbors with this blast to right. Royals battle back to win 7-6. Third round of the Quicken Loans National. Tiger Woods had been playing really good golf until today on the 11. Hooks this one into the water, and Tiger gives his disgusted Tiger look that he had on for most of the round. He shot a 3 over 74 and now sits 9 shots back in a tie for 42nd. As for the leaders, 2 of them, Barracuda Championship regular Kevin Chappell would shoot a 4 under 67 to continue his consistent play, and Troy Merritt, he blasted up the leaderboard with a 10 under 61 for round 3. Both sit at 14 under, Jen.
Yeah, and you know who had a good day? Tiger Woods had a bad day.
Tiger had a bad day. Mike Alger.
Had a good day, hole-in-one.
Very good day.
Yeah.
I did hole-in-one once on like Wii Golf, but no, he did the real thing.
Look at that. Yeah, he's a pretty good golfer.
Congrats
Congratulations
to
to
Alger. He'll go
Mike.
to everybody on Monday.
Yeah, well, he had a good day. Tiger Woods not so much. Thanks, Dallas. After the break, we'll meet some very cute lion cubs born just 13 days ago at a zoo near Russia. That's next. Then Chloe will have a final look at our weather. You're watching Channel 2 News. Coverage you can count on.
Thanks for watching Channel 2 News.
We love these stories when we get to do them. 4 white lion cubs have ventured outside to take their first steps at a safari park in the Crimean city of Sevastopol. Take a look. Oh, born just 13 days ago, the little bundles of fur can hardly walk. Oh, they're a lot. And they spend most of their time eating and sleeping. Their mother, who was brought from South Africa several years ago, is playing a huge part in nurturing the cubs, and she's making life easier for the staff at the zoo. But the parents have to live separately from the cubs because lions have been known to attack their young. When the cubs grow up, they will live among the other lions. Aren't they precious?
They're white lions, is that?
Yes, they're a rare white lion.
Very cute. I want one.
Yeah,
No, I don't.
well, no, because they
I
grow
don't
up.
know where to keep one.
They grow up,
You're
yeah.
like Jasmine in Aladdin. That's a tiger in your house.
A pet.
Nobody's ever going to try and rob your house. You have a lion.
All right, I'm getting a tiger. A lion. Okay, cool. Actually, not cool. Outside right now, we got some thunderstorm activity. Severe thunderstorm warning near Portola has expired, but you can see most of the storm activity just south of us and east of us. And we could see a thunderstorm develop around our neck of the woods, and it looks like there's a chance we'll see it tomorrow and beginning of next week as well.
Sounds
Careful.
good. Thanks, Chloe. Thanks for joining us. We hope to see you back here at 11. Have a great night. Good night.